When you're dreaming, have you ever had a weird dream where you didn't understand what it meant or what it was trying to specifically tell you? Not only that, but do you only remember a specific part of the dream? Everyone has dreams, and sometimes dreams will try to tell us something that's happening in our lives for real. So when we wake up, we try to remember specific parts of it, and we're trying to remember what it really means and what it's really trying to tell us. Death is often looked at as in a negative way. And even though the Grim Reaper is looked at in a negative way, sometimes it can be a positive way too. When the dreamer is visited by death himself, it usually means that there's going to be a dramatic change in the dreamer's life, meaning that it's going to end one thing in the dreamer's life just to make room for new change. If you've ever had a dream of falling and you don't know why, it's either because you'll probably end up dying by the time you hit the ground, which sounds kind of harsh, or an angel was carrying you and got a little clumsy with carrying you. But it sometimes falling in your dreams isn't really scary. Some people report of letting go and the serenity of slow falling, while other people indicate theirs are out of control, which is probably weird. Being trapped in your dreams can go two different ways. Being trapped in small spaces or small places or means that you're not really happy with the current situation that you're in and you need a change. But it can also mean that you're worried about your current situation, like your job is holding you back from taking a vacation, or that you're not happy about moving into a new place and you just don't feel secure. So dreaming about being in small places can do that to you. If you're like me and you love to watch horror movies all day, there could be a really high chance of dreaming about demons or monsters. So if you dream of having a demon or a monster in your dream, that means that you're like me, you're watching too much horror movies, or you're just anxious about something and the demon and monster is trying to tell you of that. If you dream about killing someone in your dreams, which you shouldn't do in real life, but if you dream about killing someone in your dreams, that means you have suppressed anger and you don't want to take it out on an actual real person because you could get into trouble for it. But if you're regularly dreaming about killing someone, it's a sign to you that something in your life is going completely wrong. And you're trying to, it's like your brain is trying to indicate that there is something wrong. And you need to find a way to let it out. Nobody likes being late, especially if you got something important coming up. I especially hated being late when I was in school. I hated it. But being late in our dreams just shows that we're not good at keeping up with time, and it's embarrassing. We're just scared of doing certain things, and thinking of being late is all we have on our minds as we're trying to focus on getting somewhere. But if you're like me and you got somewhere important to be, you hate running late and don't feel like being having to rush. Usually when you dream of being lost, that you means that you're probably scared or anxious, and getting lost somewhere is just an indication of that. But it could also mean that you lack a direction, you're lacking direction in your life, or you don't have any goals or achievements. It's like when you're dreaming of being lost, imagine your brain trying to play tricks on you by making it seem to try and get you to realize that you're dreaming. Empty rooms in your dreams means that are really just empty spaces that your brain hasn't filled up yet, and it's probably just room for your brain to think of something else. But it could also mean that you feel like nothing is changing in your life. If the feeling of the dream is excitement, it can mean that you're ready to find something new and exciting in your life. But if it's if it was just plain old empty, that means that your brain hasn't thought of anything to fill it with. Now, when we were kids, we would often sometimes dream about going to pee. And I guess our brains aren't giving us the warning that we need to get up to go pee, so we end up peeing in bed. And usually our teachers, doctors, our parents, or any other adult will just chalk it up as a weak bladder, or that we hadn't went and peed before we went to bed. But it could mean that we were under pressure, or we're being judged, or it was associated with just being bad. Which sometimes there are some kids who will pee themselves when they're scared. when you look at sleep paralysis can be a bad thing, but even though it's not really a dream, although we're not really awake for it. Experiencing this can be from being punched or having a demon sitting on you. And sometimes part of our brains ends up waking up during sleep paralysis. And when that part of our brain wakes up, we usually end up getting scared because we have like a demon or something scary sitting on us and we're looking straight up at it.